Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the freaking internet. Hello, how are you? Hope everyone is doing well, fantastic even, and have had a very good new year. We're back here in our hardcore totemless world, just kind of vibing and working on Seraph's Outpost, which is our large custom biome that has 5 distinct rules that must be followed in it. Number 1, easy and always quick to remember because I always play without a totem. So, rule number 1, we are not allowed to use a totem. Easy enough. Rule number 2, we are not allowed to use netherite armor. Why is that? Well, I feel that with netherite armor, you are effectively invincible, and so I do not allow the use of it. You can use tools that are netherite, I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Rule number 3, and this is one that I use in just about every single world that I have, because I don't like the look of them. I will not use torches in a finished build unless it is distinctly for decor purposes. All finished builds will have hidden lighting and you will not ever see a torch for that reason. If I want it there as like a sconce or something like that, that's acceptable. But as a light source, no, we don't use them. They're bad. And since like 1.1 of Minecraft, we do not use them. Number 4. All of our builds/bases must be connected in some way. So that means once we finish this particular world, we're going to make a bridge, a path, a little bit of a forest, an abandoned house, something to tie everything in together. And that is quite easy to do, making your world feel more close together than it actually is. And rule number 5, the most important rule that we are doing in this particular world is, of course, our creative restriction one. And that is a hard one for me. I know a lot of YouTubers out there have went and collected every block in the game and displayed it in some kind of shitty museum. Pardon my French, but truly that's what it is. And we have decided to take on the challenge and up the ante just a little bit more than that. In doing so, we are using each and every single block, 3 of them to be exact, at least 3, in one particular build. Now, granted, this is a relatively large build, I guess, depending on who you are. If you ask any one of my actual followers, any people that have known me for quite some time, this is not that large of a build. However, in the grand scheme of things, I guess some people would classify this as a large-scale build. So we're just going to go with it and call it that. I don't know the dimensions of it, but I do know that we're using every single block, and it is going to be really, really cool, because I want to be able to display every single block, right? I don't want to just walk into a museum and, oh, lo and behold, there's all the things. Like, no. I want to actually build with it, and I think that is a really fun rule for me to do. Last season, we did one where we were not allowed to use nature of any kind. That meant no bushes, no making trees, no anything. That things that I would do on a regular basis, we were no longer able to do. So every time we have a new world, I try to think of a new rule in which we are able to just, express ourselves in a different manner. Through the use of these restrictions that I like to set, these rules that we put in place for ourselves, it makes it a lot more difficult for me to build, as I have to follow these restrictions. But it also allows for me to be much more creative, because I am instinctually following these restrictions, and I'm not pigeonholing myself into a thing. I am simply following the one guideline that I have, and with it, we are to make something magical. something beautiful, and something wonderful that I have not created before. This is no exception. So, Seraph's Outpost, as it stands, is going to be a new biome. Obviously, not every Minecraft world can have such a biome. You'd have to, take the time, build it yourself, and you could make it. But it would be awesome if it was someday included into Minecraft as a biome that you can just readily find, a village or whatever you want to make it. It would be cool. We are looking at a bit of a rolling hills biome. In this, there are custom rocks, custom trees of all different colors stems, branches, and leaves. There are pathways made of silken dirt and mud. The nice brown hues makes it really, really nice. There is a established community going on. I have little farms all sprawled about, giving me a reason to go to each and every single building in here. And we are also making use of things that I have never tried to build before, and also farms that usually I don't make, because for some reason I feel in Minecraft if I make these farms I've already lost, even though it is the actual opposite. The more farms you make, the earlier you make them, the simpler your world becomes. If you do what I do and oftentimes put off an XP farm of any kind until day 6 or 700, well, let's just say you have a problem right off the bat. I do this each and every single world that I do, and I can't help myself. Because I know the value of it, and I know that I should simply suck it up, make the farms right away, even if it doesn't look pretty first and foremost. But my brain can't do that. It's very, very difficult, in fact, for me to want to do that. Because I like making pretty things. So we are making roughly, 3,000-ish or so custom trees in this biome. Give or take. And then we are going to also construct, and we've started a few of them already, 10 large redwood trees that are going to tower above any of the other trees by 50 or 60 or so blocks. Now, because we have such massive, massive trees, I wanted to play with perspective a little bit. So the trees are often bigger than that of the houses. However, in order to give it a real sense of scale, we are making a mountain on 2 sides of it. And we are also constructing a large, very large river that is roughly 150 blocks in width. And it's going to be approximately 40-ish or so blocks deep. And we're going to decorate it, of course, because, you can't just leave it like that. But it will look really, really good. And obviously, these things are kind of spoilers. Because a lot of these things we have not started construction yet on in these villages. Or in this specific video, I should say. Because I've been recording a lot off camera. The reason for that is I am trying to make myself a large and in charge episode here. A super packed episode in which we get a lot of things done. And I think that will be a very important step. I want to learn this year how to do a little bit more editing. And right this second, my editing is not great. I will fully say that with no recourse whatsoever. I know I am not the greatest editor. I just have been fumbling through it and haven't really looked up any tutorials on it or anything. I've just simply messed around with it to see what I can actually accomplish, what I can do, and if I can do it in a way that people want to watch. It's all been one big mystery challenge for me right now. And it's weird because I haven't done this in a while. We just recently started doing all of the editing jazz, and it's weird for me, not gonna lie, because prior to this, for 13 years, we did YouTube, and I would say we did YouTube, but not really, because we were so intermittent on our episodes and whatever. But for those 13 years in which I did put out random videos, not a single video was edited. So 13 years of videos, nothing was edited. Then just last year in 2024, we decided to take it upon ourselves and actually start editing. And it made 0 sense to me at first. I tried a little bit of action, but I don't really know a whole lot about it. So I'm just kind of going off based on what I perceive, what I watch from any other Minecraft video that I do consume, and try to pick and choose what I think people like, what people don't like, and it's hard to say, truly. But I think we are on our way. The first thing when I started editing was that I realized I really hate when we go into the GUI, into the GUI like this. I know that it's a lot of what Minecraft is, and I get that. It definitely needs a improvement, a change for sure, but it's besides the point here at this given moment. It's just bad. So what I first started doing is simply cutting out each and every single time that I access a chest, access an ender chest, a shulker box, or my inventory to retrieve a block that I need, or what have you. I don't know that it makes a huge difference for anyone besides me, but personally, I'm not a big fan. I don't like being able to see in your inventory. The hotbar is fine because you don't have to click any buttons for it to be shown. However, your inventory, the whole GUI in which you craft things in this game, I believe that it needs a bit of a makeover, because you spend so much time in your inventory that it's so hard, so difficult to record things, and it kind of blows my mind. Those who can put 40 or 50 hours into a single video, you know, blows my mind, because a lot of times they're using, you know, replay mods or what have you. But it's funny to me because not a single person cuts out the inventory that I have personally watched anyway. I'm sure there is some. I'm sure I am not original on this fact, but so many people just show every single bit of their inventory. They do time lapses, sure, from third-person vantage points using replay mod or Axiom, but for the most part, it's so weird to me because they don't do that. They will walk around and play with their inventories and all of these things, but it's so weird because it's just left in the video, and you guys will have to let me know. Do you guys mind about seeing an inventory? Do you guys mind about looking in chests or anything like that? Like, truly, do you guys even care about it, or is it just one of those things that we've just learned to accept because we've been doing it forever? Since the inception of Minecraft YouTube videos, I feel every single creator has just done this. So I really, really wonder if this is something that we've just grown accustomed to, or if this is something that only bothers me. I really am not sure, to be honest. Really am not sure, but that's fine. So, I have a few things going into this world. I'm putting in a lot of effort here. You can't see it right now, but you'll just have to believe me that we are truly going hard in the paint. We are spending countless hours digging, breaking shovels, making shovels, breaking picks, making picks, you name it. And then adding detail because my OCD and not OCD and ACD, my OCD and ADHD brain kind of make it weird. Because focusing on one task for any length of time is super difficult. Hell, I am certainly amazed that even I can maintain. Oh my lord. Okay, I did turn it down. Good. That I can maintain working on the same project, even. That's crazy to me because do you know how oftentimes I've started worlds and I just start projects after projects after projects? Do you know how many I just do? It's crazy. It is absolutely insane. And I can't help it, but I do it all the time. It's kind of fun. And I haven't done that this year. Haven't done that with this particular build. And that's huge because I don't want to. I am trying desperately to get things done in this one particular base that we are working on before we work out any other details in here. It's going to take a long, long time, but I think it is really a valuable experience for me in trying to channel my energy into something singular just so that I know that I can do it. It's very difficult for me, but nevertheless, that is why we've also been playing a lot of other games, such as The Binding of Isaac. And that just makes it tolerable for me. Whenever I get tired of digging, I've dig for 2 hours or whatever you have, all of a sudden I'll switch over to Isaac and I will be good to go. And it's not even that bad. I think that has helped me a lot in staying on the same topic here because without it, oh my god, is it difficult for me. Really, really is. I know that I want to finish this base, and I'm tired of not having anything that is actually completed. So that is why I am giving literally everything I've got into making this base what it needs to be, and I am truly impressed with what I have done so far. Obviously, we are only an infant world right now, roughly 600 to 700 days right now. I can't guarantee that this base will be completed prior to day 1000. As much as I would love to promise that, I don't know that it is possible for me, but I am going to try and get it done in as little time as physically freaking possible because I want to finish it. So often in my bases, I can't tell you how many unfinished projects I have in Worlds, and it is killing me a little bit. Though I enjoy starting the new projects, going back and seeing unfinished projects absolutely hurts. It hurts so bad because I think in all of my Minecraft time, my 14 or 15 years at this point, almost 16 now this year actually. My 16 years of playing this game at this point has just been project after project after project, and out of all of those projects, I genuinely think that I have finished maybe 2 or 3 projects across servers that I played in, across worlds that I played in, across LAN worlds that I've played in, across my worlds, etc. I think I have literally only finished a grand freaking total of 3 projects. And that is really, really shitty. I want to show off my building prowess as much as I can. I want to show off to the world. And it's crazy to me that from our little experiment where we decided to post a video each and every single day for an entire year, it's crazy to me that anyone has decided to stick around. That more people have decided to join in our weird escapade that we've got going on here. And to hear some lunatic rant about whatever it is he's feeling at that given day, or if he feels strongly about something, or if he just wants to talk out of his ass, doesn't matter. For some reason, you guys have showed some crazy amount of support here, and it is truly a humbling experience. I can't imagine what YouTube would have been for me had I started a lot earlier on. Started doing editing, started doing daily episodes and stuff like that, or even if I would still love Minecraft. All of these things, I genuinely have no idea whether or not it would still hold the same love for this game as I do. I have no idea if it would still feel this way and if I would still be inspired and creative, finding new and crazy things to make happen in here. I don't know. But I do know that we are gonna give it our best freaking shot now. Even though it is 10 years too late, and I know most likely I will never be a large YouTuber, I have found solace in doing these weekly episodes. It's my way of a chat therapy session without having to confide in anyone. And it's my way of simply venting out and exploring life in a new, easy to manage way in which I have control of what happens and where it happens and all of that. I think it's important because without that, you kind of go crazy. You need to have some kind of outlet in which you can express yourself. Some kind of outlet in which you can say whatever you need to do, or some kind of medium that allows you to release stress and decompress throughout the day through exhausting jobs and, the perilous lifestyle that is life in the 20th century right now. And in the year 2025, where rent is exorbitant, grocery costs are exorbitant, money is everywhere and yet nowhere at the same time. And it is very difficult to just surmise any kind of substance, any kind of feign for life. I'm sure I am not the only one that has that, but I am sure that I am not alone. There are people out there that are in the same or a worse situation than me and have not found their medium in which they use to decompress, and that needs to change because without it, you're going to end up hurting yourself or someone you care about. We don't want that. Find your medium, and if it happens to be Minecraft, you make the best damn thing that you possibly can. You be as absolutely creative and inspiring as you possibly can, and you go out there and you kick some ass in the best way that you can. Whether it's redstoning, whether it's exploring, whether it's doing mods, or building, or storytelling, or all of the above. I hope that you find your outlet, because that is what is most important. So next time, I promise we are going to have an edited episode. We're going to put in the work, and I will get that out, obviously, at our regularly scheduled time the following week here. I know it was a bit of a talky one. Well, not just a bit. The entire thing was a talky episode. No music in this one. And that's kind of how it goes sometimes. Sometimes I just need to rant. And this was one of those videos. Just me kind of getting into my roots, because that's where I was most comfortable for so many years. simply turning on the recording device, or in this case, the editing software, and just saying what I need to say, expressing myself in the way I need to, and just kind of envisioning things that can change and things that can happen in this world. Sounds weird, but that's how it goes. So, as always, guys, I want to thank you so much for stopping in, for seeing what we got going on here, for expressing interest in the series, for leaving comments, for liking, even disliking the video. All good to me. It is nice to have you guys, and again, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, ciao.